everyone, and I'm here to tell you that the National Judicial Council suspends 2 Nigerian judges over misconduct, recommends 2 others for compulsory retirement over age falsification. Sahara Reporters is reporting this right now. Specifically, it says the council at its meeting on Thursday suspended Justice G.C. Aguma of High Court of Rivers State from performing judicial functions for a period of 1 year without pay, and also placed him on watch list for 2 years thereafter. The National Judicial Council, under the chairmanship of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Olatokunbo Kekere-Ekun, at its 107th meeting of 13 and 14 November 2024, sanctioned 5 judicial officers for various acts of misconduct. Specifically, the council at its meeting on Thursday suspended Justice G.C. Aguma of High Court Rivers State from performing judicial functions for the period of 1 year without pay, and also placed him on watch list for 2 years thereafter. Also, Honorable Justice A.O. Nwabunike of Anambra State High Court has been suspended from performing judicial functions for 1 year without pay, and placed on watch list for 2 years after. The council also recommended compulsory retirement for 2 heads of court over falsification of age. I'm just sitting there and thinking, this falsification of age is a major problem. Even the last CJN that just led, the accusation of falsification of age on him, to the extent the age that was even on the official bio was different from what he had said, and they quickly had to change it and all of that. People don't want to retire, so you see a lot of this happening. But our judiciary is really bad to the extent that in the case of corruption perception index, it's number 1. It's even higher than police. The way people perceive it to be corrupt, it was seen as the most corrupt organization in Nigeria. And we've had a lot of things, go in there to the extent that we have people are sort of like shopping. They actually shop for judgment. It's almost like entering a market, and the highest bidder gets to do with it what they want to. And you also have corrupt politicians who are no longer even hiding it, throwing it in the faces of people, just telling you that, hey, they're gonna buy whatever judgment it is they want from the court. So we'll see how this goes with this whole thing of trying to do the right thing, within the judiciary. The duo of Chief Judge of Imo State, Justice T. Ichukwuemeka Chikeka, and the Grand Qadi of Yobe State, Qadi Babagana Mahdi, were recommended for compulsory retirement for falsification of their ages, a statement signed by Kemi Babalola Ogedenge Esquire, NJC Deputy Director Information, on Friday said. It said the council equally considered the report of its preliminary complaints assessment committee, which considered a total of 30 petitions, and paneled 6 committees for further investigation, while 22 were dismissed for lacking in merit. 2 were sub judice. The council also empaneled a committee to investigate all complaints and petitions against Honorable Justice O.A. Ojo, Chief Judge Osun State. And for me to also put it here that please, if you have any case against any judge, whatever, send in a petition. Even if you feel that nothing is going to be done, nothing is going to come out of it, still send a petition. Because if you end up not sending a petition, there's no room for anybody to be able to do something. I remember when we were at a particular workshop we had done, where we put in agenda for the incoming Chief Justice of Nigeria. At that time, she was still incoming. These are part of the recommendations that were given. And then there was also a particular son who had spoken on that day to say, look, in as much as we talk about different things that judges are doing that they're not doing well, if there are no petitions, there's nothing anybody can do. And so people need to send in this petition. And then he was talking about a case where that, well, I think, was it in there? I can't remember the context, but just to say, let me just summarize it and say that there was a list, there was publication that was out there, the names are out there, but people don't come out to say anything. You know about it, you know somebody has falsified their age or somebody has done something wrong, you just be grumbling, you've not said anything, and then at the end of the day, I think it was on the issue of the SAN list, the people that made SAN. I think at the end of the day, when the person gets, you now begin to talk, it doesn't make any sense at that time. So please, whatever it is, send in that petition. It's very important. Let it be on record that the petition, were sent. The council's findings reveal that Honorable Justice G.C. Aguma committed acts of misconduct by aiding a litigant who obtained a judgment at the FCT High Court Abuja and filed a garnishee against judgment debtors in Bori Division of the High Court, Rivers State. The council finds that Justice Aguma failed to raise any query as to why the garnishee proceedings were brought to his court in Bori for a money judgment that could effectively be enforced in Abuja. That the judgment was delivered on 15 July 2020 at the High Court of the FCT, while the certificate of judgment was registered at Bori Division of the High Court of Rivers State on 16 July 2020. The council finds that the speed with which Honorable Justice Aguma took and granted the order absolute against the judgment debtors showed that he had an interest, especially as he failed to take into consideration the stay of execution of the judgment granted in favor of the judgment debtors by the Buhari High Court, which had been brought to his attention. On the part of Honorable Justice A. Onua Bunike of Anambra State, the council found him to have breached the provision of Rule 3.1 of the Revised Conduct for Judicial Officers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2016. He also failed to adhere to the principle of stare decisis from his different interpretation of the word aspirant and abused his judicial powers by granting ex parte orders without a motion or notice filed along with the originating summons. Well, for me, this is a good one, and probably these judges that are just, because in the last few years, it's been unbelievable the kind of judgment that judges have been given. So the fact that there will be consequences for doing anyhow might probably start prevailing on them, that whatever a politician wants, you don't just grant it to him, it can come back to haunt you and hit at you. So this is a good thing. Hopefully they're able to keep it going and we're able to clean the judiciary. Just yesterday in a conversation I was having with someone, and I said to him, look, in the case of the current CJN, what Nigerians need to do, what we need to do is to play into the human selfish need for something. And so let her know that she has about 5, because it was yesterday when I was asked, I said, how long does she have to be sick? They said she has up to like 5 years. And I said she can do a lot. So put it to her where, be that CJN that Nigeria will remember for the next 200 years. Make sure that, you do the right thing by the judiciary, clean up the judiciary, make it, a great one that serves the nation rather than a few people, and write your name in gold. So in that way, you get to have done something. Even if you were putting however way, get to do the right thing so that you remember for the legacy, that you're going to leave behind. Honorable Justice T. Chukwuemeka Chikeke was recommended to the governor of Imo State for compulsory retirement with effect from 27 October 2021, while all salaries and allowances received in excess by his lordship from 27 October 2021 till they should be refunded to the council. Where you want to see all of those salaries where he don't chop? So he should have retired since 2021 and falsified age and remained there. I love this anyway. The recommendation was pursuant to the findings of the council that his lordship has 2 different dates of birth, 27 October 1956 and 27 October 1958. However, 27 October 1956 appeared to be consistent date of birth, but in 2006, the Chief Judge swore an affidavit changing the date of birth to 27 October 1958. Come on, man. Haba, what's wrong with you? Similarly, council finds that Honorable Qadi Mahdi has 3 different dates of birth. This is supposed to be on Sharia court. A judge, Sharia court. You are lying about the day you were born. Then you are sitting down and judging matter. When even judge, like judging, even to be a witness, like if you eat sugar cane and said that used to be sweet and enter somebody, they don't even want you to come and do witness because you might be swayed. Just imagine what they're doing. Similarly, council find that Honorable Kodi Mahdi has 3 different dates of birth: 10 December 28, 20 December, 28 January, and July, all in 1959, while his actual date of birth was 1952. Imagine, added 7 years to this. The council held that Grand Kadi Mahdi committed an act of misconduct in violation of Rule 02908 1 and 2, subsection 1 and 2 of the Public Service Rules 2021, ought to have retired from service 12 years ago. The council therefore resolved to recommend Honorable Kadi Babagana Mahdi for compulsory retirement to the governor of Yobe State, and that he should refund all salaries and allowances received for the past 12 years. The council is at its meeting also issued letter of caution to Honorable Justice I.A. Jamil of Kogi State to be more circumspect in handling sensitive matters in the future. On this one, I'm going to say to the CJN, well done, well done, well done. And we need to see, more of this going forward. If we're able to fix the judiciary, to go a long way in fixing politics in Nigeria and also fixing Nigeria as a whole. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.